See,
I just got I was about to go through a situation.
No, that's the thing. That's what I hate about this platform. You'll see it says recording, and then it's not either it's recording or it's not recording, and then my intro comes up. I'm like, that's why when that happened. I'm like, but
so we're streaming live now.
We're streaming live now. So everybody, hey, how you doing? So as you were saying, I'm sorry.
Well, I have a little something for you.
Yes.
It goes like this. Today is a special day. Today, everything will go your way. Today is the day that you were born. It's your birthday. You got it going on. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. I got a cake with your name on it and some candles and da 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 da. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. We're having a birthday party. Dun, dun. Today is a special day. Dun, dun. I don't know the words to the song, but it's A-OK. A-OK. So have a happy birthday, 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 birthday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, a few more. Today is your birthday. Da-da-na-na-na-na. Well, have yourself a good time. Da-da-na-na-na-na. And there's a classic. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, and then we cannot forget the traditional happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Big Sad. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
That was the Adrienne C. Smith live birthday medley song.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
Happy birthday.
Now we're going to get to the real reason why we're here because, I mean, it's a national holiday, but
of course,
this is about you. Wait, you know what? Even before you start, I just want to let people know that, like, we were actual neighbors at one time.
Yes.
Not next door because she lived in a house and I lived in a tenement building. No, I'm not. But we actually lived on the same block, right?
We lived on the same block.
Yeah.
Yep.
We used
in
to
Harlem. We were in the Harlem streets.
132nd. Well, I don't want to reveal any locations, but we worked at Vanguard, right? Was it Vanguard?
We were at Vanguard Media.
Vanguard Media. Yeah. Shout out to Keith Scale. He just wished me a happy birthday as well. So what's up?
Awesome. Shout out to Keith and the crew. Yeah, that was some exciting times down at Vanguard Media. It was like one of those, magical times where you had like the most elite of elite Black media executives, people who were starting companies and leading the way, whether it was like through magazines, Source magazine, not Source. Oh, was that a faux pas? It wasn't Source. It was Honey magazine.
Roy Johnson's magazine.
What was the business kind of magazine?
Yeah, I just think of Roy Johnson, who just had
I could see it. Savoy magazine, and then we had the whole internet side where we had Ad Here Network, because we were like the urban version of DoubleClick. We were like representing all of the urban websites. We were literally like ahead of our time. So we were trying to like lead the way with some incredible guys that we all worked with.
Yeah, I mean, for whatever reason why it disbanded, I really wish it worked out and that we were still doing it because, like you said, not only were there amazing companies, but there was amazing people there that worked with us. Like we could literally, for the next 15 minutes, name the people that worked there and still have more names to go on.
Yes, and all of them are doing like some incredible stuff right now. That's the good thing. It's just like that was like Vanguard was the catalyst for that next thing, for the next whatever people were doing next. That's what it was.
Blueprint to what people are doing now. Definitely. So, but let's talk about you. Who is Adrienne C. Smith? What do you do? Who do you do it for? And why would I want to talk to you?
Okay, so let's just get it started. I was born in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Remember, we have limited time.
Okay, right on the other side of the track. But no, my current situation, I am the Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer at FleishmanHillard. My passion, which is a large PR firm, my passion project, I'm the founder and creator of the CAN Diversity Collective, and we host thought leadership conversations during global conferences And our events that we host at these global conferences is called Inkwell Beach. So we host Inkwell Beach during the Cannes Lions Festival of Creativity. And we also host Inkwell Beach during Davos at the World Economic Forum. And the idea is for us to create space and place and have a platform for underrepresented communities, or just, forget the underrepresented, but for leading innovators, for leading people who are just making a great impact in all aspects of the world: media, marketing, technology, whatever you have, sports and entertainment. We try to bring the best of the best content to these quote unquote sacred spaces.
Yeah, I'm actually like trying to look at my phone for some of the things that you've done, and the list is so long that I don't even know where to start. Actually, you know what? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
With the current environment we're in, when
Yeah.
it comes to DEI,
Yes.
and your position, has the current administration that's currently serving the United States of America, their initiatives and what they're doing away with, has that had any effect on what you do as far as what your title stands for?
Well, I just say in general, what's happening with the current administration is it's creating a lot of shift that's happening, right? So shift is happening, and honestly, we had to have expected shifts to happen. And we have an opportunity to make a decision as to whether we're going to fight, we're going to flight, or be able to finesse the work that we do. Either way, we know that the work of diversity, equity, and inclusion is important work. We want to make sure that it just continues to create environments that are inclusive for others to just have access and opportunity to do great things, because we know an inclusive environment is one that creates a financially strong bottom line for organizations. And when you support the least of these and provide access for most people, in particular underrepresented people, then everybody tends to benefit. I love to tell the story about the lower curved area on the sidewalk, right? And this is like really basic, but I think it gives you a core understanding of what the work is about. So imagine the lower curved area on the sidewalk. You've seen it when you walk down these streets, right? So that wasn't created for me as a Black woman, fully able-bodied woman. That was created to provide a group of people access, people with disabilities access. So not only do the people with disabilities have access, and laws were passed many years to make sure that a lower curved area could be created, but now women pushing baby carriages, they have access. People pushing grocery carts now have access to the buildings or to a certain place that they're trying to get to. What they're saying when they say, let's get rid of DE&I, is they want to raise the curb so no one has access. And so that's what we want to be able to, if you're going to have a conversation about what can we do and what should we be fighting, you should be fighting that. The dismantling of people having access to opportunities and access to creating growth spaces for people and just people in general.
I'm literally like as I'm sitting here, because if you see my setup, I'm in front of my Mac Pro. I have my regular laptop, then I have my phone, because I want to try to stay informed with Adrienne C. Smith and some of the things. And I swear I can't even I'm going to request a part 2, because I know that there's so much that you've done over the years where although we won't be able to cover it, I want people to realize that one, that like I said, I have some dope friends that just do dope things. And yes, I still use the word dope after 40 years that it entered the urban lexicon. But what tell me what matters to you today for Adrienne, and I'm not talking about company or festival. I'm talking about for you specifically, because if we go by what you've done from the moment I met you to what you're doing now, we can be here for days for the first 3 years.
Well,
So to get it out the way, what I want to do is focus on what matters to you right now, so I can get at least the bulk of that now before the part 2. And then the part 2, we'll have more time to discuss more things, because like I said, you've done so much. I know I'm talking a lot, but you've done so much that I want people to understand why I wanted to have you featured on here
And on your birthday at that.
on my birthday
You know,
too.
I think if anyone knows me, said, I think what they would agree to is that I've been really consistent in terms of my commitment to helping, you know, that helping other people, right? And what's I'm particularly passionate about is that next generation. I'm a firm believer in succession planning. So I know that I'm not going to be here forever. So I want to always try to prepare the next generation. Like, who's got next? What can we do to set them up for success in this current landscape and future landscape? And how are we doing that? How are we making sure that they have, again, I keep using that term access, but creating access and opportunities for them just to have exposure. Like, that is what I'm all about. Like, I'll give you the exposure. You may F it up in the meantime, but you can never have to say that you won't ever have to be like, I woulda, coulda, shoulda if I hadda, right? If you're with me, I'm going to try to hook you up so that you can get into the space to shine. You know, like you don't have to say nobody tried to support me or, you know, help me level up because I did. And I think so many people have said yes to me and given me opportunities and introduced me to spaces to allow me to shine in the best way I could. And so I just want to be able to pay that forward. And so far, the return on investment for me from doing that has paid, you know, in amazing dividends. So much so that some of the young people that I've helped have gone to other companies and, you know, gotten support for some of the work that I've done or started their own companies and then given support to some of the work that I'm doing. So when you have a moment like that, I think, you know, that just continues to be what excites me, what wakes me up in the morning, and what keeps me inspired on a daily basis, despite what else is happening in the world. But just seeing that next group shine is all I want to be able to do, is help continue to do that.
And that's a good thing. And what besides getting access for the people that need it and want it, what motivates you to continue what you're doing? Like I said, I understand the scope,
Yeah.
but you know, is it the people you work with? Is it the companies? Is it just because that's
Can I
all
tell
you
you like
know?
a secret said? Like, um, I don't really think it has anything to do with me, right? I'm gonna tell you why. So
Okay.
I had an opportunity to have my African ancestry done, right? So if anybody hasn't had a chance to do it, it's not 23andMe, it's African Ancestry. Look up Gina, you know, Page, I think it's Gina Page, check her out in African Ancestry. So I took the, you know, the test and the results came back. And when she does it, she traces your mitochondrial DNA. So this DNA is consistent through your mother's line. So when you have a child or daughter, your daughter will have the same DNA as your mother and your mother's mother, you know, you get it, right? So it comes back that my mitochondrial DNA sort of originated in Sierra Leone. And within Sierra Leone, it's from the Mendé tribe. Within the Mendé tribe, there's a secret society of women called Sande, Sande. And the Sandy women were responsible for ushering in the next generation. So they were responsible for the rites of passage programs, right? So that DNA I discovered was a part of who I am, and it's very true to the work that I do now. And I found out that once I started doing that work, everything just started clicking and just moving forward. I always say my faults have turned to favor, and it literally is beyond my own imagination of what I created. But I really think it has nothing to do with me. It's these old ladies from back in the day who were pushing and saying, girlfriend, you need to keep this mission going because that's what you were made for. It's in your DNA. So it's not about me. It's about continuing a legacy of excellence and creating, you know, that next thing and supporting the next generation of us.
I think that's very important that you did state that because outside of the arts or family business, people don't understand that what's in you is in you.
Yes.
And some people don't get the chance to either express it or follow. I don't want to say true path because that's subjective, but I think like what you just stated, because there are some things that I've done or do that I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And especially if it's not for money,
Right.
but I get enjoyment from doing certain
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So like you saying that, like it hit me because I'm like, wow, I think more people need to tap into what it is that's actually within them
Yeah.
as opposed to what others see or what they think they should be doing. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that, but at the same time, I'm still on the path because I think my not I think my thing has always been to help people, to
Yeah.
help elevate, to help guide. And through this series specifically, that's one of the reasons why many things I could have done or I've done over the years. I'm like, I want the people that will tune into me or listen to me to know that there are other people who are just as intelligent as them, just as smart or whatever parameter they use that they may not know or may not have heard of, or if
Yeah.
they've heard, they haven't spoken to or seen specifically. So
Yeah.
I got my little speech out the way. So 'cause like and the only and like I said, the only reason because I know I have very limited time with you because
Yeah.
I'm glad you
No,
took the
you
time.
really have to tap into, and if you are fortunate enough to be able to discover that, just tap into it and roll with it. And you'll just see how the trajectory of your life and your life's work will just flow. I believe in, the life we live is like a gift of experience, right? It's an experience that we're given by God or whoever it is you believe in, to be able to be the best and a good steward of this life, a good steward of the gift that you've been given. And so I think this is what has I've been challenged with, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And you mentioned, things that don't make money. My passion project has yet to result in a profit, right? Everybody that works with us is a volunteer, including me. But we've been able to produce an outstanding event in France and in Switzerland on a global level through the work that people are passionate about because they see the benefits of what happened. And we've changed many a life, but just based off of volunteers. Do we still need funding? Absolutely. So if there are any underwriters watching, please send us money. Any brands, we would love to be able to create a sustainable organization that we can hire young people to continue to keep this movement going beyond what I've done and been able to start so that we can keep this legacy of excellence going. So that was a PSA to say, please support the Can Diversity Collective. It is a nonprofit, so we would like your support anytime. Just call me.
Well, like I said, so I can keep you on schedule. Let the people know exactly how they can contact you if they choose to, or if they want to find out more, or contribute, or just see.
Yeah, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm listed as Adrienne C. Smith, as you can see on the screen. Also, my Instagram is Adrienne Insta. Very creative, right? Adrienne Insta. Or through our Inkwell Beach Can Instagram, and also the Can Diversity Collective, CANNES Diversity Collective on Instagram. Please feel free to DM me. This is the one time you can DM me on any of those sites.
Unsolicited. Unsolicited. Okay, so like I said, what I'm going to do is next time when we do talk, because even if you don't want to, I'm going to force you to. The next time we do talk, I'll have all that information, like so that way you can put on the screen and things of that nature, so that way people can have easy access without having to figure that they have to rewind or whatever. And like I said, we can definitely go more into because like I said, I want it to be also about you as a person, and of course,
Yeah.
what you do is part of you as a person. But I want like a full rounded picture because I reached out to you because, like I said, I've been watching you through the years, and every time I'm on my LinkedIn page, you're on a panel, you're doing this, you're doing that, and it's like, yeah, I have to talk to her. I'm like, it's good to say hi. And I'm like, no,
I'm glad we did the setup so we
yeah,
can,
exactly.
we'll
So,
be able to dig in and get into all my personal business.
yeah, of course, but
Not.
as I stated, like I said, I know you have more lives to enrich and do things. So I do appreciate you taking the time today on the best holiday that the world has produced. My birth, the celebration of my birth, to speak to us. 'Cause like I said, it is appreciative, and as I stated, we will be talking again because, like I said, as I'm looking at this, I'm like, we haven't even touched. I mean, this is probably gonna take like 7 hours just to get through like
We'll
3 years.
have drinks. We'll have
Yeah,
like The best
Exactly.
wine. We'll just talk it up.
Exactly. So I guess that's it. Like I said, I don't want to be blamed for you being, not on time. And but thanks once again. I do appreciate. Um, thanks again. Like I said, I'm so blown, even though we haven't really touched things. But like I said, I just want the audience to also be as invested in what you do as I am. And thanks once again. And until the
No,
next
this
time.
was awesome. Thank you for having me, Sid. I wish we had more time. It's just we're in that season right now. We're trying to plan for CAM. We're less than 90 days away. So we're trying to get all of our partners together to just commit to what they're going to do and all the great speakers that we're planning on having. And just so you know, the dates for the CAM Lions Festival this year, June 16th through the 20th. So get your tickets now, find your housing now. It's an incredible experience if you haven't had the opportunity to go. So Sid, you should come and do your podcast from there.
Oh, and you know what? Actually, offline, give me the information so I can definitely post it on my site as well as
All
here.
right.
That way, more people will know about it and help out in any way we can.
All right, done deal. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here and enjoy the rest of your day and weekend. And we will talk soon.
All
Don't
right,
forget,
great.
people, Big said, the industry code sign. My friends are better than yours. And if you can prove me wrong, do so. Otherwise, till next time, peace. If I can, okay.